Well, I used to be a part of the blue bubble. I was 100% a left-leaning person who lived in Los Angeles.
More and more people are waking up.
Joe Rogan is finally waking up. A lot of people on the left are finally waking up and realizing how crazy it is to support the other party. In this video, we're going to take a look at a couple of clips. My name is Noel. Welcome to Verbal on Life. And if this is your first time in this video, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the like. Watch the video all the way to the end, so like that algorithm can send this out to more people. Let's take a look.
Over time, this is what we're seeing. So over time, you and I, who used to be on the left, are now like, where's the left? Where are you guys? You guys are so far away. I can't even see you. You're out of your mind. You're giving little kids hormone blockers. You have no idea what the long-term consequences are. You're ignoring the health risks. You won't even talk about the health risks. You use things like gender affirming care. What are you saying? What are you saying when you're talking about children? Why are you just accepting this? Because it's a noble thing to blurt out, so everybody goes, you're on the right team. That's what it is. It's not like, oh my God, what are we doing to kids? It's not like, oh my God, what are we doing to San Francisco? It's not like, oh my God, why are we letting these violent criminals out of jail? It's like, oh my God, why are we defunding the fucking police? What are you doing? You can't say any of those things. If you say any of those things, you're a Nazi.
Like, this really sounds like groupthink, you know, just following the crowd. But if you stop and think about it for a minute, you realize that these are some crazy times with some crazy opinions. Unbelievable that these people are supporting those ideas. But hey, comment below. Let's keep watching.
For granted now that the journalist who did the work gets to have their piece put on the same shelf as everyone else's spur of the moment bullshit.
You seem to trust journalists more than I do.
I trust certain journalists. Yeah,
I do. Certain ones I do. Not a lot. And
not a lot.
No. And everything I read, whatever source, it's only half the truth. They print the narrative. They don't print truth.
That's a generalization, though.
Well, it is, but it's because it's generally true.
Boom, hitting them with truth. You know, Kimberly Seth, I was a fan of him. He's a great creator, smart guy. He sings, and I can't believe he's blind.
Really? But this is...
They print the side of the story.
By the way, that's exactly what Donald Trump wants. What you just said is exactly what he wants.
It doesn't matter.
Trump derangement syndrome in full display right there. Let's be honest.
Don't trust the reporters. Okay. Don't trust the journalists.
Well, Hitler was a vegetarian. Doesn't mean I'm like talking.
Unbelievable that man got Trump derangement syndrome. Here's Stephen A. with his opinion that make sense. For the first time I could say it, Stephen A. actually made sense and try to get these people to understand. Check it out.
I respect the fact that you don't share my pessimism. I truly do. I understand where you're coming from. But I think that's part of the problem. I think the Democratic Party should share my pessimism. I think they should be on high alert. Yep. I think they need to treat him with the seriousness that it deserves, because you having a lot of faith in the American people. The man did get over 74 million votes. You've got people that are looking at Joe Biden. I'm not going to call him a cognitive mess or anything like that. That's very disrespectful. I would never speak about our president that way. But when you're 82 years of age, it's not offensive to say you're no longer a spring chicken and you don't seem to have the level of five and the energy that you want to have. And so you take that into consideration.
Thank you, Stephen A. Smith. Well said.
Take that into consideration. You can't ignore the fact that this man is a threat.
Oh, make no mistake. I take him as serious as a heart attack.
Okay.
I'm optimistic, but we're going to have to fight tooth and nail. And one of the biggest obstacles we're going to have to overcome is all the efforts to prevent people from voting.
Okay.
Prevent people from voting. What is he talking about? Making people show up to voting with an ID? Everybody, every adult should have an ID and does have an ID. So what is he talking about? To me, it's like the Democratic Party are preventing people from voting, as opposed to something that makes sense, like having people show up with an ID.
Okay. We're going to have to turn out our people. We're going to have to work like never before. We're going to have to work like our democracy is on the line, because it damn well is.
Right.
I don't.
Look at all the left-leaning crowd applauding it, like democracy's on the line. It's insane.
So I take this as seriously.
Let's interject one thing into this discussion about Trump that we've been having all night. It was a question I was going to ask you. We ran out of time.
Sure.
The Atlantic put out an article last year, and it was called "Separating Sports by Sex Doesn't Make Sense,"
Right.
and talked about how we separate sports like the WNBA and just because it's just socialization. This is insane.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, that's why people vote for Trump,
Mhm.
because there's stuff like that on the left that people just go, "I know Trump's horrible, but separating by sports by sex makes perfect sense."
yeah.
And if you think it doesn't, you can't leave the country.
That's cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Okay. I'm just
You're-
giving you the answer to the question you're asking all night long. Why do they vote for Donald Trump? It's not always because they like him.
No,
It's because stuff like that is kookier.
instead of just letting people vote, here we have the Democratic Party going above and beyond the Call of Duty, trying to get rid of Trump, trying to get him locked up, trying to get him taken off the ballot, instead of just letting people vote. And that's it. If you're going to win, you're going to win, and people are going to vote for you. Otherwise, people are going to vote for the other guy. Simple as that. But no, I think the left wing, the left side of the party, I think the left wing are the ones that are really trying to destroy democracy. But you know what? That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Write your comments down below. And if you're stuck around watching this long, don't forget to subscribe and share this video as we grow. We up to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys on the next video.
Verbal or life? Verbal